start seeing posts like this and on frequent basis, it's obvious that there's plenty of sexual violence when it comes to the smoking, cigarettes, to smoke, to all the other areas that are definitely the when somebody goes on a trail, like some of us have been on the trail before, and we have been through Bounty, we have been through situations in detail. Numerous things will come out from you guys. So, winding up, and ironically, this is not something that was planned, obviously, because it, I know there was no accident when it came to the Susan Smith case. Arriving in that area in Union, South Carolina, freaked me out. And I'm not saying just it's not an accident that you ended up there, because that case, Susan Smith, Susan Smith, uh-huh, mm-hmm. Those little boys were murdered, suffocated, suffocated in those car seats, suffocated. So there's no winding up there in Union, South Carolina in 1999. I was freaked out. I ran out of gas, and had not been to South Carolina Highway Patrol bringing me to the barracks office. I'll be honest with you. There hasn't been too many things that freak me out, but man, oh man, oh my. Being victimized and having dealt with, serial rapists at Edinburgh and some of the other victims that haven't even really come forward about information and tips involving other rape crimes. To me, the Cherry Mahan case keeps coming up, and it will keep coming up, of other crime victims that haven't even really gotten a chance to even discuss anything. So, I mean, the integrity of every victim's case is very important. By the way, every victim needs to properly acknowledge, and the little boys in the victim's case, and the pool issue, and other issues that are not going away. They're not going away, and those cases will not just, it's not going to just be water under the bridge, kids. The issue with the fishing, the strings, the tying down, the bondage videos, all those things, everything deserves its proper place. When crime victims come forward and talk to the police and say, hey, I am concerned, I have concerns, and this does not sit right with me at all. A lot of victims, they think that, okay, I'll go here, there, I'll do this, and end up on the corner. There is no reason in the world for sexual violence, whether it be on a chair dancing, any of it, especially underage children, especially who lack the understanding, especially young victims who lack understanding when it comes to the closet issue, when it comes to certain things that are going to show up, you realize, they have special dogs, search and rescue teams for that reason. What happened down there in Marina, everything about these assault cases is messed up. Messed up. People have to go on with and live their lives no matter what happens from this point. You have to be able to get the right help. Crime victims, support groups, all of it. Crime victims, they sit there and point blame at all these. It won't work. It won't work, because there are crime victims that need help and want that help. They have to identify the subjects. They have to identify what's going on. In order to understand the integrity and the importance of each case, throwing accusations out. Initially, I expect it. When they get down to the bottom of real reasons they're at those crime centers, then you can deal with the crime victims. But right now, not when they're in the early stages of this. It's going to take a little bit. We got phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and the conclusion of a lot of these cases, of course. And I want to illustrate how important this is. Zero tolerance for sexual violence. Zero tolerance for all abuse. Do not settle for it. Do not have to endure it, survive it. Report it. Report it. Don't wait till it's too late. A lot of these victims are in shock. They're still going through a lot, especially crime victims. Meet with other crime victim support groups, please.